Not in a hurry. Just got to play them out real nice. Oh my gosh, look at the size of that crappie, folks. Holy crap. I think that is my PB crappie. That thing is an absolute. Hey everybody, it's Jay Ball, Blue Days Outdoors, man. Welcome back to a pretty exciting episode of Blue Days Outdoors. Just kind of want to set the tone for this video because you guys saw from the intro, I catch an absolute slab of a crappie. And I literally only had, by the time I got on the ice, maybe an hour to fish. And what I want you guys to take from this video, because you're going to see some fish catches in this absolute slab crappie, is you've got to take advantage of every opportunity you can to get on the water. I was really contemplating whether I was going to go out or not. I was supposed to go with Dylan the Lake X, but he got tied up in work. And I said, you know what? Fish forecast looks really good. I'm going to go out there and just try it, see if I can't catch a few fish. And guys, you are not going to want to miss me catch this absolute slab of a crappie. I do catch some other panfish as well, but without further ado, let's just jump in this video, and then I'll talk to you guys a little bit about what I was doing, why I was so adamant about fishing today, looking at the fish forecast. But just check out some of these fish catches, and then we'll get into this absolute giant master angler crappie, the very first one I've caught in probably 30 plus years. So check this out. Alrighty, first drop. About in a 18 foot of water, kind of my normal spot out here. So it looks like there might be a few fish down there. Might pop a few more holes. I got one just right over there that you guys can see. So we'll see what kind of fish are right here, what size of fish, and go from there. So first drop. Only got a few hours of fish like I mentioned. Let's see what we can make happen here. There's one other one already looking at it, and he's got it. That didn't take long. See what we got. Probably a bluegill. Little guy, maybe. Oh, not too bad. Decent bluegill. Pretty fish. Not bad for the first drop. Only been out here about 10 minutes. We will let him go. Starting off with the AW Wonder Bread number 4 tungsten with a wax worm. Just trying to switch it up a little bit. It doesn't seem like they're too keyed on plastics out here, but then again, I haven't found a big class of fish. Just fun to catch. No real good eaters yet, but we'll see. Looks like there's quite a few down there, so we'll see what we can make happen. Might drill a hole a little bit shallower, but we'll find out here. There's another one coming in. There, that little guy. Itty bitty, teeny weeny, small bluegill. Back down. Oh, now I'm taking my wax worm. You may have been that good. Let go. There we go. Go bigger. Grow up and get bigger. I know it's probably hard to tell, but there are some bigger marks, some more solid red marks down there. We'll see if we can't sort through some of these and find some of what looks to be bigger fish, or it's just a ton of little tiny ones that make it look like there's a big mark there because there's so many of them. See if I can get the bite on camera for you guys. There. Another wall hanger. It's a giant. Absolute giant. Oh yeah, look at that. Huge tank. It's still fun. I know I say that a lot, but it's still a blast. See if we can do one back to back here. Gotta be a big one in here somewhere. If not, we'll move holes. Maybe go just a tiny bit shallower. Drop it down. See what happens. Sorry, it's windy again. I got my back to the wind, hopefully. It's not too annoying. Oh man, that acted like a bigger fish with that slow takedown, but we'll see. See if he comes back. Well, dang it. Come on. Third time was a charm. It's a little bit bigger, but we might have to move to a different hole. Yep. Quite a bit bigger than the last one, but he's going back home. All right. Next hole. Looks like there's something up high potentially. He hit it. I don't know if that's a crappie or what that is, but it's pretty high up in the water column. There, he's coming to look at it. Maybe a bass. There. Definitely feels like a better fish. Transducer out of the way. I don't know. This might be a crappie or a bass. It feels like a crappie, maybe. It's actually a bass. He was way up in the water column. I don't know if you guys saw him or not. Oh yeah, he's pulling some drag. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a bass, actually. Yeah, it's fighting like a bass. He was way up in the water column. Just take its time. Not in a rush. Oh yeah. This is probably gonna be, if I can get him up here, hardest fighting fish I've had all year on the little jigging rod. Not in a hurry, just gotta play him out real nice. Oh my gosh, look at the size of that crappie, folks. Holy crap. I think that is my PB crappie. That thing is an absolute giant and a half. I mean, I'm gonna get a measurement on this fish, but guys, that is huge. I mean, that's 9 inches right there, just to kind of give you a visual. So we're gonna get this fish measured up here, guys. That is an absolute stud of a crappie. That might be my PB. It's a big, heavy crappie, but we'll get some pictures, get a measurement, and get him back in the water. 14.5-inch crappie. Absolute giant. All right, we're gonna get this beautiful crappie back in the water. That is an absolute stud for this lake, guys. That is a huge crappie. That fish was way up in the water column. See if he's ready to go. There she's going. So I'd give her a minute. There she goes. Awesome. That's a beautiful fish. Man, that was a tank. Let's see if we can't get another one. So, pretty crazy, right? I knew there was some big crappie in this really small lake. This lake is not that big. I mean, it's pretty decent sized, but it does get fished pretty heavily, and it took a little bit of a while to revive that fish. I tried to keep that fish as wet as possible while getting some pictures and getting a good measurement, because it is actually master angler. I got back to the house and master angler was actually 14 inches, and that crappie was well over 14 and a half. So I'm gonna submit for a master angler. But one of the reasons why I was so adamant about going today is it's called the Fishing and Hunting app. And as you guys can see, today was a pretty high percentage rate. Dylan and I have been talking about this quite a bit, especially when it comes to bass fishing. But you can see today was 74%, and tomorrow when Dylan and I are going to Lake X, look at this, 90%. So what this is I'm still learning how to use this, but this is based on like solar lunar activity, just like with deer hunting, right? So this plays a big part, and you can see there's these spikes. There's these major and there's minor feeding periods. And it seems more often than not when you've got a high percentage day, say 50+%, and you've got these big spikes in fish activity, the fishing can be really good. Now, there has been days where I've gone out and it's been low fish activity, but the fishing has still been good. So I'm not saying this is by any stretch of the imagination, gospel, but had an overcast day today. Pressure was pretty steady. Had a decent fish forecast. The fish were absolutely chewing. So before we wrap this video up, watch a few more fish catches, because I actually catch a really nice, decent sized bass. You guys can check that out now. But yeah, just make sure you take advantage of every opportunity you can to fish. You never know how it's going to pan out. Even if you have only an hour or two to fish at the end of the workday, guys, it's absolutely worth it. That's the biggest crappie I've caught in over 30 years. I have caught some a little bit bigger when I was younger, when I was ice fishing with my dad back in my hometown of Mount Pleasant, Michigan. But that is absolutely a trophy-sized crappie, and I'm really glad I let that fish go. So check out a few more fish catches, and then we'll wrap this video up. After catching a fish that size, I mean, this is only 2-pound line, and that crappie was probably, over 2 pounds maybe, it's really important to retie. So I'm going to retie the jig here and get down. It looks like there's a few more bluegills on the bottom, but I might poke a few more holes and try to find more of those crappies that size, because that was an absolute giant. Alrighty, well that is the biggest panfish I have caught all year. So that would definitely make the trip worth it. It's the biggest crappie I've caught in a long time. I've caught some bigger when I was a kid. But yeah, that's a tank. If there's that caliber crappie in here, I'm sure there's some more. But it looks like there's some more bluegills on the bottom, so if we can't get a few more of those, might pop a few more holes, but let's just see what's in here. Yep. Alright, we're going to go find a different caliber of fish, because these guys are teeny tiny. But I'm going to come back to this hole, because there could be a big crappie coming through here. Nope. Small ones here. Yep, we're going to find a new spot. Thanks for playing. Boop. A little bit shallower water. Now we're in about 14 feet. So there might be a few down there, so we'll see. Looks like there's one down there. Looks like a little bit better one. Oh yeah, man, those are pretty fish. Man, I just love the colors on these things. I think they tend to school up in about similar sizes, so those guys literally like 30 feet over there are teeny tiny, but I did find some bigger fish in a little bit shallower water, so I might just keep working up a little bit shallower, maybe getting to about 12 foot, but we'll just sit here for a second and see what we find. There we go. Feels like a little better one. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Oh, saved him. We're not keeping him, but man, that's a pretty one. Get him back in the water. Had marked, like I said, it looked a little bit more solid. Looks like there's another hard one down there. We'll drop this back down and maybe catch one more big one here. I might throw the shanty up just to get us out of the wind, because man, it's windier than they said it was going to be, and it's a little chilly. There's a little one, come on. There's that harder red mark, it looks like. I know it's probably hard to see on the camera. It's not him. Boy, he wanted it though, look at that. Choked it way down there. Well, I need to find another hole now. Wall hanger. Super small wall. We gotta find some bigger fish. Feels like a better fish, maybe. It's got some decent head shakes to him. Oh yeah, that's nothing wrong with that one. Not a keeper, but a little bigger than the last couple. I knew if I turned the camera off, I'd catch one. Still not the size we're looking for. It looks like there's a few more marks down there. I don't know. We will see. It's like perfect time. I mean, sun's setting. They should be chewing. Come on. Probably a little one. Yep. Time to move again. Oh. Go back and grow bigger. Run down there looking at it. There. Feels little. Get away from the transducer. Yep. Just a little bitty guy. Gotta love it. New spot. This is about 13 feet of water. Just working this kind of big inside turn here, just changing water depth, trying to figure out where these bigger fish are, but it's February 28th, so these fish have been getting pounded pretty good. So they're getting pretty smart. Late ice is coming up here shortly, so should be getting even better. Hopefully we're going to be hitting the ice with Dylan again soon from Extreme Outdoors. Been going to Lake X. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe next video you guys will see. You'll be with me and Dylan again. Looks like a decent fish down there. Oh, he had it too. I just pulled it away from him. Come on. There. I think my drag's set pretty loose, but that does feel like a decent fish. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's a nice fish. I don't know what it is, but loosen the drag up. Maybe it's a big crappie again. Just keep constant tension on these fish. You do not want to horse these fish, especially when you're using 2-pound test. He's swimming up to the hole now. Maybe it feels like another nice crappie potentially. Just take my time, not in a rush. Just keep constant tension on him. Hopefully he doesn't get stuck on the ice. You do not want to horse these fish, especially in this really, really super light line. Oh, it's a bass. It's a nice bass. Come here. Here we go. Man, that's a pretty bass. Look at that. Beautiful late winter Michigan bass. One of the AW Wonderbred tungsten. Jig again. Get some pictures of him and get him back. Okie dokie. Wow, had a pretty good evening. Only had about an hour and a half to fish. Got that giant crappie and this nice bass. I mean, he wanted that AW tungsten Wonderbred jig. He still wants it. Won't give it back. But there you go. Get him back in the water and see if we can't get a few more before it gets too dark. Bye-bye. Okay, so the main takeaway from this video is take every opportunity you can to go fishing. Again, like I said, even if you only have an hour or two to hit up a local small lake by your house, whether it's with a boat or bank fishing, guys, you just got to take advantage of it because you just never know what you're going to catch. If I would have stayed at home and edited videos today and worked, I would have never caught this master angler crappie. Guys, these big fish are out there. You just got to kind of poke your nose out every once in a while, and every once in a while the good Lord blesses you and you get a trophy fish like that. Again, super glad to let that fish go. That's a really good breeder fish. I know you probably couldn't see it that well on the camera, but she was really fat, had some thick shoulders on her. So those are the type of fish I want to let go, especially in these smaller bodies of water. 99% of the people might not have let that fish go, but I'm big on catch and release, and I want to make sure that that fishery is sustainable. So if the next person catches it, or a little kid catches it, it could be the biggest crappie of their life. Heck, it could be the biggest fish of their life. I probably will never see that, but just knowing in the back of my mind that fish is still out there swimming makes me feel pretty good. So we'll wrap this video up here. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Make sure you leave a thumbs up, leave a comment if you guys like this kind of content. Ice fishing is going to be here for about another 3 weeks, and then hopefully open water season is going to start, getting really close to it. But again, I really do thank you for your support. And remember, the easiest way to change your attitude is by showing gratitude. Thanks, and we'll catch you in the water next time.